fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, and beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So in the last one, beekos, we helped Lyranth here uncover a coded message that is going to help us find out what the Flames of Ambition are up to. And this guy right here, the Arox, he is a very terrifying Daedra.
Our work is only
I love
beginning,
him.
mortal. These incarnates threaten not only Fargrave, but your world as well.
Fuck up, Lyranth. But yeah, he helped us uncover a coded message, because he was the only one who was able to translate it. But let's see what we have to offer Lyranth here.
Are you ready to resume our hunt for the Riven Catalyst, little mortal? I assumed you'd want time to sample Madame Wim's delights, or explore the splendors of Fargrave. No? Very well. Let us go before more incarnates are unleashed upon the city.
How? We have no idea where Sister Seldina went, or where her Riven Catalyst is.
You are not wrong in your summation. But we are not without avenues to explore. Remember the broken sword hilt you found at Burning Gyre Keep? It carries the mark of the Blade Bearers clan.
And how does that help us?
The Blade Bearers are a Dremora clan who forged their own path. They have no allegiance to Mehrunes Dagon, so I find it curious that their crest was found on a broken sword in the keep. I want to determine their involvement. With your aid, of course.
I'll help you investigate the Blade Bearer clan and their connection to the events at the keep.
The Blade Bearers are nomads, but we should find them at a settlement called Wretched Spire. That's in the Sever region of the Deadlands. We must talk to their Kinreeve, Rynkyus. I will meet you there. And bring Arox. We may have a use for him.
What should I know about Rynkyus?
Rynkyus is a Kinreeve of the Blade Bearers, a clan of nomadic Dremora who bow to no prince. Like the rest of his clan, he is fierce but values honor. He takes pride in his martial skills and the status of his kin. Mortals hold no interest for him.
Are you two friends?
Friends? Hardly. That is a mortal concept. If I understand the idea, it implies affection, vulnerability. That you would attribute such an affiliation to Dremora is amusing. But I have known Rynkyus for a long time. We have never been at odds.
So y'all are friends, got it.
Take me with you, Master. Let us lay waste to
You
your
are
foes.
unlikely to find any of Mehrunes Dagon's servants in Wretched Spire, Master. Long ago, the Prince of Destruction commanded that no Daedra among his legions should look upon that place, or even speak of it. He was quite insistent.
You heard? We're meeting a Dremora named Rynkyus.
Never heard of him, but I do not trust him. I will watch him closely, Master. Sniff out his intentions. I have a keen sense of smell in this otherwise pathetic form. I'd prefer to be huge and powerful again, of course. But this form has some uses.
Honestly, I love this guy. I want him as a house companion, in all honesty. I would love that. Why does Mehrunes Dagon want his legions to ignore Wretched Spire?
I do not know. Lord Dagon wasn't in the habit of explaining his commandments. I heard the entire town was dropped into the Deadlands from someplace else, but I was never curious enough to investigate further. Sorry to have failed you, Master.
Hop in my pack, Arox.
At once, mortal master.
Alright, let go! Oh, I am loving this. It's
I've
very
heard the Dagonists have been
nostalgic
largely
to
driven from the
Oblivion.
city.
Frey considers this development. The cult's votes no longer affect the mortals of Fargrave then.
Yes, a relief to be sure.
Frey ponders this with regret. The mortals were more interesting when the cult toyed with their emotions.
So this is, I think this is the new part of the Deadlands that I read about, where it's like very bleak and gray. Oh my god, I was right! Let's go and get that way shrine up over yonder. This place is creepy. I love it.
I see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyranth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rynkyus. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers?
I found a blade bearer's sword at Burning Gyre Keep, along with Nakvaraz and the Waking Flame cultists.
No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Gyre Keep. Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame?
They attempted to deliver my world to Dagon by merging it with the Deadlands. I stopped them.
An audacious plan. Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? Vengeance?
A new danger. The Dagonists built the device to create incarnates, monsters that threaten my world.
If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Zynoez's jail and Jinned's Foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me. Jinned is a Dremora Kidmarcher. She studies relics and devices. Zynoez is Zivilai. He studies pain. They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Gyre Keep.
Have the Blade Bearers had trouble with Valkanaz Novkroz before?
When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however.
Tell me about your missing clan members.
The Blade Bearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared.
Where do we find them?
Kidmarcher Jinned oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Zynoez is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way.
Is it unusual for them to be interested in mortals?
It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Valkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient. Mika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return while I am gone.
Alright, let's head up over yonder.
The mortal appears. Surprising, but acceptable. I expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear. This is the Foundry of Jinned, Kidmarcher under Valkanaz Novkroz. Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz.
What are we looking for?
Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jinned's Foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the Foundry.
You don't wish to search together?
That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lyranth, at my convenience. I've had few dealings with Kidmarcher Jinned, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit.
Why do you dislike mortals?
Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned.
Are you uncomfortable working with me?
Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear. so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless. I will only wait for a brief period at the ritual site after I complete my own investigations. Search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
That Rynkyus doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type.
Interesting. This looks like blueprints for something.
Strange drawing, Master. Does Jinned intend to construct this thing?
And there we go. What next? Kidmarcher Jinned. Vulcanaz Nokvraz tells me that you are responsible for acquiring potential subjects. If so, you are delinquent in your duties. To create incarnates suitable for Lord Dagon's purposes, I must have more Dremora. I don't care what clan. Remind all prisoners in your custody to the Devastator who delivers this letter, and then find more. Also, some Waking Flame acolytes have gone missing in the Sever, not far from your Foundry. Direct your kin to make a search of the area. I want them located. Sister Seldina.
The mortal woman dares command Jinned and Nokvraz? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Dremora?
I wonder if she's intent on betraying the Dremora at some point. And using them as sacrifices for this thing that she's having them make.
If you find it, we may learn something.
A Death Stone? What the fuck is a Death Stone? Alright, let's work our way back up there and see if we can't find this, Death Stone that our friend here is talking about.
I knew that lying Kidmarcher would release me.
There it is!
Even if I did
Touch it,
translate the
and you
notes
hear the
to-
victim's last thoughts.
Knockroffs thinks he can make his own
the
catalyst.
best death
Let them
stones.
kill me. He'll never match Sister Saldina's brilliance.
Knockvraz seeks to undermine the mortal Saldina. Two factions vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood.
Ritual save. Okay, groovy. We're almost there.
I thought Jinned would slice your flesh to ribbons. You are sturdier than you appear. Mortals have two expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the Foundry, or did you fail at your task?
Jinned is trying to duplicate the cult's plans. Nakvaraz wants to build his own catalyst.
For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknar's Novkroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknars need one of his own?
There's more. Sister Seldina ordered Jinned to send her more Dremora.
This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else.
Should we search the stronghold?
Yes. Kin are not to be used by mortals. The very thought offends me. I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Xanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die. You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of Oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense.
If any Dremora can sense it, how is it secret?
We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see, others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken.
Even by death?
The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Blade Bearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal. We will investigate the Zivilai, Xanawaz. I will meet you there, if you survive the journey.
Well, this sure is getting interesting. Hey, it's up there.
The Zivilai will grind your mortal bones to ash if he sends you here. Xanawaz is one of Valknar's Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands many Dremora. I do not know if he and Jinned work together for their master or if they compete for his approval.
What should I be looking for in the jail?
Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin.
If I discover something useful, how can I find you?
You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scout's camp north of Xynoaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited.
This guy is a fucking mood, guys, let me tell you.
Zivalai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning? Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well.
If Rynkyus knew that Arox was your protector, he would be more courteous. My wrath is legendary among the Dremora clans. What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
Not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They questioned me. Wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried.
Inscribe runes? For what?
The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina. I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift.
The Blind Seer?
I never met him, but he invented the Catalyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Nok'Vraz and his torturer. Hidden. Safe. Nok'Vraz envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Nok'Vraz fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Dremora. So he had me tortured. Help me.
He's dead.
Weakling. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
Why can't we seem to find any more?
More scratchings? They really are trying to build their own Cataclysm master.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned?
They're trying to duplicate the cult's plans. Nakvaraz wants to build his own Cataclysm.
Of course. Bakanaz Navkraz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out?
I found drawings in a runic crux, and I learned that a Blind Seer invented the Cataclysm.
Blind Seer? That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xynoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers.
Like the one you found at Jinned's Foundry, did your scouts find the Cataclysm?
My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a Blind Seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a Blind Seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elegian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elegian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Daedrat talk?
This pathetic form holds Arox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction! Master, let's talk. Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elegian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master.
What's the blood pit, and how do you know Elegian?
The blood pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elegian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vile.
Do you know who Elegian is or why he was imprisoned?
Master, I am not sure if Elegian knows who Elegian is or why he is there. You'll see. The Blood Pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed.
Noticed? What do you mean?
The Blood Pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us.
Won't the wards stop you too?
I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine. Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The Blood Pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way. Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the Blood Pit. If I know Elegian, maybe he knows me.
Blood Pit. I feel like I've been in it before, like in Oblivion at some point, because it sounds familiar to me.
Hey, friend. No one's come in or out while I've been waiting. The Blood Pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Arox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had.
Do you think you might have been imprisoned here?
I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget?
If you didn't meet Elegian here, then where else could you know him from?
I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elegian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Catalyst. There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Balkanar's Lockross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Arox the Mutilator.
Lockross is weak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Yeah?
Overseer on the left.
Ah, Balkanar's Lockross. Do you have any idea when we can expect Arox the Mutilator to return?
Arox never left. I have him cursed. Turned him
did this to me? That bloodless ashfire!
Grab the elixir before I return. And forget.
Warden's overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elegians during the ride. To the Warden's overlook.
All right.
There must be something. That map was obviously
Look
drawn
up
by
there.
a prisoner.
Nokros returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Valkinos Nokros?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durance file until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Selvina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away! I'll kill him!
Yeah, Arox is a bit angry. But honestly, who wouldn't be angry?
That's it. The Durance vial.
Very terrifying and feared Dremora turned into a rat.
I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Arox is right, Elegian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old Blind Seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elegian's cell if I really want to talk to him.
Having second thoughts, I figured you'd be eager to find out what Elegian knows about your past.
Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this. I think we can use Lucent Crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the Shambles.
Lucents, remind me about those?
Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some Lucents and look for a Dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above?
Alright, I'll look for Lucents.
Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of Oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a Dynamis font that still works.
I remember. There's a Rune of Unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door,
And look over
Master.
there! A charged Lucent. Grab it and place it in the discharge labyrinth beside the displacer. Now place the charged Lucent in the discharge labyrinth. Discharge labyrinths on the balcony above.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged Lucents.
let's head back up.
Hurry! Activate the Rune of Unsealing before an Overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost.
That did it. Hello?
A noise! Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, brink, sink.
The Blind Seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
That's him. The old man in my memory. Talk to him and see if he remembers.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children get sweet rolls.
Elegian, can you hear me? Where can we find the Riven Catalyst?
More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite.
Elegian, you're not making any sense.
All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cowers, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? If you can find one, maybe it'll calm him down.
Taste of spring reigns
That smells like rendered oaken
pour on the
fats.
coals helps
I
calm
like
my mental
It might
debacle.
kill the old seer.
There's meaning in Elegian's babble. Perhaps he's trying to describe whatever visions plague him. The elixir Knockfrost mentioned. It sounded like he used it whenever he came to interrogate the old man.
You think his rambling words are some sort of clue?
He mentioned spring. Could the elixir be related to a season? And he said something about pouring it on coals. There are braziers right beside him.
What do you suggest?
Look around for Elegian's elixir. I imagine the Overseers would keep it close by in case they needed to talk to him. Something in a bottle related to spring. That's my guess.
Oh, bile. Delicious. But probably not what you'd use to clear up. That smells wrong. All heat and mortal sweat. Trust me.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me?
We're looking for the Riven Catalyst. Can you help us?
That vile creation. Knockfrost was just here asking about it. The Riven Catalyst is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it?
We plan to destroy it. The incarnates it creates threaten Fargrave and Nirn.
Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox Summit. Knockfrost speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf.
My companion, the Anchorite, do you know her?
The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone forgets. Speak quickly, stranger.
Tell me more about the Anchorite's mask.
I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten.
But I haven't forgotten about her.
Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely put in place for her own protection.
Thank you.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember a young girl called me that once.
Oh dear.
I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind.
Blind. It fills with a storm.
Goodbye, old owl. Let's meet back at Wretched Spire.
Oh, we have to go through this grate. That makes sense.
He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
I'm really curious as to who that girl is. But that mask seems to work dreadfully similar to, what's it? The Cowl of Nocturnal. So... Why would she need a mask that makes her and others who knew her forget? Most curious indeed. Hello, Lyranth.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the Anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit?
We found Elegian. He told us we can find the Riven Catalyst by going to Ameliarch's summit.
I know an Ilarch summit. A high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Catalyst. But what's wrong with the Anchorite? Did Elegian recognize her?
No, but he made her mask. Said it makes her forget her past and makes those who knew her forget her.
Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. With Rynkyus, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly. Look at us, little... Come, little mortal. Let us speak.
Alright, Oblivion Explorer's Garb. What does this look like? Oh god, I hate this outfit. Oh, no thank you. Actually, does that have a hat? It does not. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this outfit. Oblivion Explorer's head wrap. Let's put this on. Yeah, that kinda goes with it. But not completely. Alright, well, beekos. Got ourselves a new outfit. Looks like shit, but, yeah. We'll see what we have to do next in the next video. Very, very interesting. I'm curious as to who she is, because it seems to me like we're going to be knowing who she is very shortly. The Anchorite, that is. But, yeah. Until the next one, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT, and I will see all of you wonderful people in the wonderful world of The Witcher 2. So until then, bye!